business. Okay, if you have just a random, doesn't have to be super sharp, doesn't have to be a long thing, blog. People want to know about your business before they ever do business with you. And they want to sit in their pajamas on their laptop on a Sunday and just kind of casually read about what you're doing. That's social media. What do we do about it? How should I set up a blog? Everyone's scared. How do I set it up? Here.
Does anybody have a real life experience with setting up a blog or having one? Yeah? You want to share? Shoot. Go for it.
Yeah, I have a blog. I set it up about 9 months ago. It's sort of related to some things I do. And I don't use WordPress. It's one of the questions I have. Blogger.com, which is owned by Google. And somebody suggested I do it. He said it would drive traffic if you do it right to your business website.
Absolutely.
And it doesn't take us a lot of time. It's free. I got home. I got on Blogger.com in 10 minutes. I had a format. It was just really simple.
Yeah, and it's so easy to do. Okay, Google's very simple. It's a little look just like it says Blogger. Click on it. It takes a minute. We can show you how to do it. I mean, I set up one for my aquarium. I mentioned I like to do fish tanks, so I put a bunch of pictures of my fish tanks up. Girlfriend's brother was down the street. He's like, yeah, I saw you put some pictures up the other night. Like, I did it at like 12 o'clock at night next morning. He's like, yeah, I saw you put fish tanks up. So you never know how much good it's going to do for you. Oh, and if you have a blog and you consistently write on it, they say that 10% of the people, only 10% of the people that actually read blogs comment. So just because you're not getting comments on it, doesn't mean it's not doing you any good. The lady that did the whole Germany thing, she didn't comment, but she read it. So keep that in mind too. Oh, no one's reading my blog. People are reading your blog.
It's probably like a fake thing too.
Say it again. You put a camera on as well?
Yes.
Oh, that's the best part of it. Tracking.
And to get to more in the technical side of things, Blogger is a great platform. We would recommend WordPress because, in longevity, speaking of longevity, you have a much better platform to be able to track things, to be able to customize a little bit differently, and also to install things on the blog that will integrate your blog with your website, with Facebook, with Twitter, with some of these other social networks, YouTube, things like that. So, Blogger doesn't really have that capability, while WordPress does. And as far as setting it up with WordPress, again, it's free, it's very easy to do, and as far as it being complicated, that's on you. Because you could make it really complicated, but at the same time, it's as easy as you want to make it.
You need an email address. That's it.
If you start blogging on one thing, does that limit you? Or can you just blog all over the place?
You can blog all over the place, but what you want to keep in mind from a business perspective is that you're not a teenager and you're not out here just trying to randomly just talk out of your mouth. You have a point with what you're trying to say and with what you're trying to accomplish. So you want to kind of always, you don't want to advertise, like blatantly in there saying, hey, come to my store, like we were saying earlier, it's a soft sell. But you want to talk about the experiences that you have with your customers. You want to talk about the experiences you have with vendors, with distributors, with whoever that you deal with, people in the public. You can talk about some of your personal stuff, but from a business perspective, just like with everything else, keep it professional, and in the end, if you do have a website, point to your website as much as you can. Keep the content relevant. Yeah.
Just for the novice folks in here, explain to us what a blog is.
Well, more or less, a blog is a consistent stream of information from you about whatever. And in this particular case, we're talking about your business, and we're talking about, from a social perspective, a soft sell. So it's going to be a consistent flow of information about your experiences in the real world running a business. Okay. And when we say consistent, typically if you can blog twice a month, that's pretty good. I know you think, oh, I don't have time. Well, if you made time, you'd be surprised as to how many other people are out here reading and searching. And the most beautiful thing about a blog is that if you put the right keywords in your blog articles, when someone goes to the almighty Google search and searches for something that's related to the keywords that you've been using in your articles, chances are your article is going to pop up. Especially if you run a business in Woodford County, okay? Because this isn't that large of an area. We don't have it's not a metropolitan place. You're not going to have 5,000 things come up. Chances are you can probably get top ranking out here in Woodford County for certain keywords just by consistently blogging.
Just to tie this into like someone else, we had a client who does etiquette school. And she was like, oh, I'm going to get on my blog and I'm going to promote this summer camp I've got going on. And I was like, if you do that, why don't you go and say a quick rant about what etiquette things you see that drive you crazy, okay? You see the difference there? It's not pitching her campus somewhere. She's just in there talking about, oh, I saw this at a kid and something like that. You know what I mean? It's just kind of a softer, more engaging, more human feel than the hard, hard in-your-face marketing that we're so used to.
I like to put a comment on blogs. I wrote a short blog about a business and have a relationship with it. And then a few days later, I Googled that business. And my blog comment has a higher Google ranking than that business's website.
There you go. Prime example. Now, why is that, though? Why is up there above their business? Exactly. Relevant content, recent activity. Feed the search engine relevant content. Just a little bit.
A website that sits and doesn't have any new, consistent information, and this is what you were asking about, as to what exactly is a blog. What's the consistent flow of information? That's what the search engines want, because at the end of the day, guys, that's what we want when we search for stuff. Okay? We want something we don't want to read something from 2 years ago. We want the now. We don't want to read about the bird flu and how it's affected people 5 years ago. We want to know how changes in technological advances brought it to fruition today. So that's what a blog is, consistent flow.
We're going to get that point in a second. But what's the next thing? The next thing on your list here. Make a YouTube video. Oh no, I have to be on video. People are going to see me online. My hair's going to be messed up. I'm going to stutter. It's going to be tough.
Does anybody have a Google or the YouTube video yet?
What?
The Blood Center? Okay.
Fantastic.
Have they seen any results from those videos? Alright, case in point.
And the video is fantastic. We opened line did that video in September. They've gotten over 200 hits on that video. They did it in September. That's 1 view a day. I'll say that again. They did it in September. They've gotten over 200 views. And it was an ugly, not good video. They've gotten over 200 hits on it. That's over 1 view a day. I mean, you can't buy it. I mean, that's just, you're out in front of them.
You guys are all, we can't do YouTube videos. Let me ask you a question. Do you really think you have to have a professional looking video of you standing there talking to be on YouTube with a video? No, you don't. If you guys have PowerPoint on your PC or some similar type of tool to create like a PowerPoint presentation or slideshows, guess what? Those are very easily converted into video format that YouTube accepts, and boom, you have a video. You plug in the right keywords, you create an account, you upload your logo, go to youtube.com, it's free. Within a matter of minutes, you can take pictures and put them together and create a free slideshow in certain places online. In fact, I think YouTube even has the capability now for you to be able to even just upload your pictures and it'll put together a slideshow for you, and those can be of whatever you want it to be. Now, obviously, people want to see real humans and want to hear things, but at the end of the day, they don't have to. I mean, and to be honest with you, YouTube videos, or videos in general, are where 52% of the internet traffic goes to. We've got some stats we'll talk to you guys about here in a few minutes, but...
And don't forget, you can also embed your YouTube videos onto your blog itself, or onto your Facebook page, or onto any social media page. So you don't have to specifically go to youtube.com to actually view these videos. You don't have to stray too far away from your ordinary online presence right now.
That's one of the things I think we're going to briefly touch is okay, we have all these 5 things and we just dump a lot on your laps, but how do we do this, time effectively? We'll touch on that later.
Just to close out video, like you were saying, 52% of all web traffic is video.